Greetings, Tomasio here, doing some stretches at the YMCA. This is basically the moon under her feet. Here, you just put your feet together in front of you and rock from your rear side to side. Revelation 12 says that Mary, the moon is under her feet. So the moon is under her feet. What does that mean? Think about it. Think about it. The moon is under her feet. Right? She's fighting against the dragon. My mouth is on fire for Mary. For you. My mouth is on fire for Mary. Okay, so anyway, we have so much going on in the world. Now, I want to say, first and foremost, the yoga comment last night. Cruz is telling Trump, all right, slow down, breathe. 10, 9, 8, which was very insulting. Okay, if he was trying to help Trump, I don't know if he was trying to help Trump or not. Because Cruz has lost his control too. You know what I'm saying? So if he was trying to help Trump, okay. But then Rubio says, yoga, we're doing yoga. Trump is flexible, which is saying Trump changes his mind on things. And it was pretty quick, But then Cruz says, we don't want yoga up here. All right, so yoga now is the topic of conversation. Why? Because yoga is very powerful, and it's neutral. It could be for good or for evil. Okay, because what happens is when you do yoga, you open yourself up. Yoga means to yoke with. So you open yourself up to whoever you call on to open yourself up. So a lot of yoga, they're calling on Hindu gods and goddesses to yoke with, and I'm saying yoke with Jesus and Mary. Like, to yoke with Jesus and Mary is actually what we should be doing. Okay, so you can do basic yoga postures to Jesus and Mary. Jesus and Mary, send your Holy Spirit to enlighten my mind, to enlighten my heart, to enlighten my thoughts. Jesus and Mary. And you would hold the position, stretch, you're stretching, it's good physically, and then you continue to do these, different postures, right? Which is exercise. But it can also be prayer. And I think that was the original intention of yoga in the India, is to yoke with the different gods and goddesses. Now, I don't feel comfortable yoking with any other god or goddess. Okay, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit is the true God. Mary is the mediatrix of all their graces. Okay, so I yoke with Jesus and Mary, Holy Spirit, and the Father. Okay, now, you want to stretch. Put your leg out in front of you. Okay, so what is the problem with yoga? Why did Cruz say we don't want yoga on our stage here? Why? Because yoga has been, in Christian circles, connected to Hindu gods and goddesses. Okay? And Christians think that they're demons. So a lot of people who've been involved in yoga end up getting possessed, and one of the fruits, one of the signs, is the views of many people in the yoga movement, especially the Kundalini yoga movement, because they're really into yoga. I mean, they live, eat, sleep, and breathe yoga. And they're very good at it, too. But their beliefs are very troublesome, which means that there's something influencing their thoughts that is not the true God, okay? Because The true God is not pro-choice. The true God does not believe in abortion. Why would God create women to conceive and then be for abortion? And that's what the Kundalini Yoga movement teaches. Their founder, Yogi Bhajan, taught that you can have an abortion up to 4 months. That's in his writings, 120 days. So they don't even believe that there's a person in the womb until 120 days, which is a complete lie, because we know clearly, that at the moment of conception, God sends the spirit of that person. The mom and dad make the body of that person, and the spirit and the body together form the soul. The soul is a product of the union between the spirit and the body, which happens at conception. So abortion, you don't kill a soul. The soul survives the abortion. That's part of the problem. We have millions in America, in Russia, everywhere. We have all these souls of these aborted babies that were unjustly killed. And so that's why there's so much unrest in the world, because there's unrest in the spiritual world, and there's unrest in the air, and there's unrest in the weather, and amongst people, and amongst Republicans, debating. I mean, you couldn't see the unrest last night, but that's a true reflection of our society. Unrest in the church. Everywhere you look, there's unrest. So what do you do about it? Well, you got to pray, and stretch, bring that arm back. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Arm back. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, and you continue to, you know what I mean? And then you pray. Pray the rosary. Meditate on good Christian music, I have CDs you can get, Tomasio CDs. So this is what's going on. Jesus and Mary yoga is fine. The only problem is no one's teaching Jesus and Mary yoga. Okay, so if you have the opportunity to get some of my CDs, I can send them to you, and I'm going to continue to promote Jesus and Mary yoga. And there is a book called Christian Yoga that has the imprimatur of the church on it, and in it this priest recognizes that yoga exercises in and of themselves are neutral. It's who you're invoking, who you're calling upon, that makes all the difference in the world. So, but if you can't handle that, then stay away from it altogether. That's fine. Just like alcohol. Jesus drank wine, but some people can't handle alcohol. Stay away from it. No one's saying you have to do yoga, or no one's saying you have to drink wine or beer or anything like that. You have to work out your own salvation in fear and trembling. All I'm saying is, if you do drink alcohol, don't get drunk. And if you choose to do yoga, do Jesus and Mary yoga. Offer your moves and stretches and everything in prayer to Jesus and Mary for the salvation of the world. For the world to come to Christ, for the end to abortion. That's how you do it. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. It's really not complicated. We complicate things ourselves. Anyway, blessings, peace. Jesus and Mary be with you.